Good day, viewers. Welcome back to Laughing Headlines. Today, we have a very special guest. Nana Aba Anamoah, a media powerhouse known for her sharp wit, bold opinions, and most recently, a tweet that got people talking and dragging her on social media. She recently commended Dr. Bawumia for his practical solution to the Galamsey crisis, a statement that has stirred quite controversy on all social media platforms, even in the mainstream media. In a true Nana Aba fashion, she's here with us to talk more about her thoughts on the issue, her experience being dragged online, and of course, to share some insight on political promises in Ghana. But don't worry, we'll be asking all the important questions. Welcome, Nana Aba.
Thank you.
Nana Aba, you tweeted that Dr. Bawumia's solution to the Galamsey issue was the most practical one you've heard so far. That is a very, very bold statement. What made his solution so special? Was it the promise of not doing what the government has been doing for the past few years? Or is it the trial and error? He promised to end with the help of the Geological Survey Department.
Oh yes, it was beyond special. You know, when you've heard countless solutions that somehow miraculously make the problem worse, you start appreciating any suggestion that sounds, different. The idea of practical solutions from political leaders is always a breath of fresh air. Who knew we could use science and data to solve problems? I'm almost as surprised as the miners must have been when they realized digging randomly wasn't the most effective strategy.
Did you expect the actual walking of the talk from someone who's been part of a government that many feel has not exactly been shining in the anti-Galamsey department?
You see, I live for hope. Walking the talk is all about giving our leaders the benefit of the doubt. You never know. Maybe during Dr. Bawumia's regime, the plan won't accidentally enrich a few folks along the way, or mysteriously collapse after a few months. We need to keep hope alive.
Indeed, so using data to locate resources should feel like a discovery from the future. But here's the best part. They'll be using gold capture machines that don't use mercury. That's the kind of innovation that makes you wonder how on earth have we been doing it this whole time?
Exactly. It's like finding out that we could have saved the environment this whole time, but decided not to. I'm just thrilled that we finally found these mythical gold catchers right before the election. Timing, as they say, is everything.
Everything indeed. So what do you think regulating the miners' activities responsibly so they don't hide and mine at night? That might be very thoughtful because, as we all know, illegal miners operate sometimes at night, like vampires. I mean, who knew mining responsibly was simply a matter of telling them where to go?
Yes, who would have guessed? Just point them to the gold, give them a license, and poof. They're suddenly environmentalists. I'm sure they'll also voluntarily give up on using mercury because it's the right thing to do. It's not like they've been cutting corners to make a living for years or anything.
But Nana Aba, people were quick to drag you for commending the vice president. Do you think they expected you to keep quiet on this, especially with elections approaching? Or were they just upset you weren't criticizing him enough?
Well, that's the beauty of politics in Ghana, isn't it? You either say what people want to hear, or you get dragged. And as I always say, when it comes to politics, I stand by what I say. If I think something makes sense, I'll say it. People can drag me all they want. I might even tweet about it.
But let's face it, standing by what you say in today's political climate is almost revolutionary. It's like not deleting old tweets once you get a government contract or appointment. How do you stay so fearless?
I think it's because I've never had to hide behind political favors or try to please the powers that be. Plus, I actually listen to what's being said. If someone from any side says something reasonable, I'll acknowledge it. If they're off track, I'll call them out too. It's not about being fearless, really. It's just about being true to myself.
Integrity is now a rare commodity these days. So Nana Aba, when you said I hope he walks the talk, were you really hoping, or was it just wishful thinking? We know how politicians like to take walks, but usually in the opposite direction from their promises.
Well, let's just say I'm cautiously optimistic. Maybe this time they'll surprise us all and actually solve Galamsey. Who knows, miracles do happen, especially during election season.
Nana Aba, I have to ask. Are you secretly an NPP member or sympathizer?
Why did you ask?
I mean, a simple tweet praising Dr. Bawumia's Galamsey solution, and suddenly, everyone thinks you're wearing party colors.
Oh, absolutely. I have a closet full of NPP scarves and t-shirts that I just haven't debuted. Yet I am keeping them for special occasions like, when I get accused of being biased for simply acknowledging a decent idea. Isn't that how politics works in Ghana? Compliment one politician, and suddenly you're a card-carrying member.
Exactly. We all know that in Ghana neutrality is a myth. You say one positive thing, and people start sending you membership forms. But can you blame them? Nana Aba, we need to address this. In 2016, you supported Kwadzo Oppong Nkrumah, the NPP parliamentary candidate. You even used your influence on social media to campaign for him, and he won. Now, there's a picture of you with Chairman Wontumi circulating. It's all starting to look very NPP-ish.
Oh, you caught me. I've secretly been grooming myself for an NPP leadership role all along. First Oppong Nkrumah, now Chairman Wontumi. Clearly, I'm rising through the ranks. But on a more serious note, I'm just a media person doing my job and having personal relationships with people from different sides of the political spectrum. It's not like hanging out with Wontumi automatically gives me an NPP membership card. I'm just here to hold everyone accountable, NPP or not, whether it's Oppong Nkrumah, Chairman Wontumi, or anyone else. I'm not shy about calling out bad decisions or praising good ideas. That's the job, and the fun of it, really.
Nana, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
And to our viewers, remember, in the world of politics, there's always more to the story than just the tweet. Stay tuned for more insightful interviews where we question everything, even the most practical solutions. Do well to subscribe to our channel. Until next time, take good care of yourselves.